Alright, this is take 2, because I did not realize the camera was too short. Sorry for the bad lighting. Welcome to my first ever booktube episode, video, that's a better word. I'm Wally, welcome to Wolfgate Entertainment. Again, like I said, I apologize for the lighting. I apologize mainly because I don't have good equipment. I'm going to work on that soon. I gotta get a new camera, gotta get like a lighting rig or something. I gotta get a stand because right now this is sitting on top of a textbook, a drum, a pedal, and an audio recorder device. So, you know, it is what it is. So we're going to make this quick. It's not going to be nearly as long as the other one was, but yeah. So, like I said, this is my first booktube video. I'm trying to expand what this channel does, and I really love books. I've really gotten into books lately, so that's what we're going to do. I listen to mainly audiobooks. I read physical books. I read comic books. I'll read ebooks on occasion. I mostly read webcomics, that's what they're called. But yeah, so let's get started. This first booktube video will be a June TBR. First we're going to start with the audiobook. So right now I'm currently reading, I'm about 70% of the way through the Star Wars Queen's Shadow by E.K. Johnston audiobook. So far I really like it. Like I said, I'm through it, but I'm not done with it, so I'm going to add it to my June TBR. It'll probably be done in like the next week or so. And right now I'm reading a lot more audiobooks because I have work and I can't read physically on the way there or on the way to or from work. So that's just kind of what I'm going with right now, is I'm reading a lot of audiobooks. I have checked out about 2 days ago Gods of Jade and Shadow by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I believe she wrote Mexican Gothic. I believe this one dives a lot more into Aztec and Mayan lore, which is really cool because I am Mayan myself. And I'd love to read more books that kind of incorporate, you know, Mayan deities, Aztec deities. I think that'd be really cool. And this is what this book is. So I'm very excited to read it. The next book I'm going to check out after that is going to be The Devil in the Dark Water by Stuart Turton. Last month I read The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and I thought that book was spectacular. I really liked the writing in it, and I liked the audiobook a lot too. But the thing that drew me in the most from that was just the twists and turns that book took. A little bit of a sci-fi twist at the end. I thought that book was really cool. It was a really great book. So I wanted to give him another go. I would give Stuart Turton another book to show if it's just a one-hit wonder or if he's just a great writer overall. The one booktuber I watch almost religiously is Emily Fox, and she highly recommends Stuart Turton. She read Devil in the Dark Water, and she really liked it. So, and I think we have similar tastes for the most part. So hopefully I like it too. I also raved about the next book on my list, which is Jade City by Fonda Lee. It's probably going to be one of the longer books I read, and it might take me a while, so hopefully I'll be able to get through it this month. But I'm very excited to read this book. It seems really interesting, and it's gotten pretty good reviews all around. So I'm very excited about reading that one. And then the last one is Six Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I finished the Shadow and Bone trilogy, or the Grisha trilogy, whatever you like to call it, last month. I finished up kind of toward the end of the month. It took me about a month and a half to read just because I got this job and was working a lot, and I just didn't have time to read that audiobook in particular because I was listening to a lot more podcasts. And I really didn't find audiobooks till about later in the month. So I want to read Six Crows by Leigh Bardugo. And then I'll be able to give my honest opinion about the Shadow and Bone show, because I do have my opinions on it. But we'll save that till after I read at least Six Crows. In terms of physical books, so I'm in a bit of a reading slump right now, partially due in part to this book right here, and that is Live and Let Die by Ian Fleming. It's a 007 book. It's a James Bond book. This book's a little racist. Not gonna lie, not gonna sugarcoat it at all. I'm having a hard time reading it. The last 2 chapters were a little bit easier because they didn't have racist language in it, but I enjoy the story a lot, so I'm kind of looking past it. But if the next couple chapters aren't great, I'm probably gonna DNF this. I really like the first book, so I was hoping this one would be just as good. I don't think I have to read any of these in order, so I'll probably move on to the third one eventually. I believe there's like 12 of these books, so we'll see how that goes. But this is what I'm currently reading. I'm about 79 pages in, so we'll see what happens there. The next book I want to read, which is definitely what I'm hoping will be my slump buster, it's a collection of short stories. It's an anthology book. It's Black Panther: Tales of Wakanda. It's got a lot of cool stories about the King of Wakanda, Shuri, Dora Milaje, Killmonger, stuff like that. So I think it'll be an interesting book. I think there's 16 short stories in here. I think each author gets two short stories. So I don't know if they're comic book adaptations or if they're just original stories. But either way, I love the character Black Panther in the MCU, so I thought this would be a cool book to check out. Next on my TBR, also hoping this will be a slump buster, is the Attack on Titans, No Regrets. I believe it's the prequel to Attack on Titan. I believe it's the origin story of Erwin Smith and Levi, which is cool. I really enjoyed the show. I have not read the original manga. I can't find the first one, so it's been very hard for me to get into it. But hopefully, reading this one will give me a cool background, cool backstory. Maybe we'll get into a show, maybe not. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I don't know how long it is for a manga. This is actually going to be my first manga that I ever read. So here's to hoping I like it. I love these two characters, and I thought they were fantastic in the show. I'm sure they're just as good, if not better, in the manga. But yeah, I really hope those two are slump busters, because this next book, I don't know if I'll get through it if I'm still in a slump. It's actually two books in one. It's Homer's The Iliad and the Odyssey. If I'm still in a slump by then, I probably won't read this. But I really want to read these because I love Greek mythology. It's probably one of my favorite things to read. I love the Percy Jackson books. And as I said earlier, I'm reading a book, or I'll be reading an audiobook that has to deal with Aztec and Mayan mythology. I just love mythology overall. The ancient world within itself is really interesting. So I'm really excited to read this, especially since this is I think it's an ancient book as well. Like I said, hopefully I'm out of my slump by then. I think it's like 800 pages for the two of them. So yeah, this will be an interesting read otherwise. And then finally, I love comics, if I'm being honest. And I read, like I said, I read most of my, maybe I didn't say that in this take. But I read most of my comics online. But I do have a couple physical copies of comics. Actually just got a new one today. But I just spent a couple days catching up on older runs that I hadn't caught up on. Not older runs, but current runs of Daredevil and Guardians of the Galaxy that I had not been caught up on yet, and I really enjoyed those. They're really good. Now I want to catch up on the Captain Marvel run from 2019. I believe it's still going. I want to catch up on the 2015 Star Wars run. I don't know if I'll be able to do that this month, but I'm definitely going to try to read as much as I can for this month. And then I want to read the Spider-Man, it's 2021 run of Spider-Man, The Spider's Shadow. I believe it's 4 or 5 issues. I believe it's a what if. I'm very excited to read that. I believe 2 issues are out already, so I'll try to read those, catch up. And then this one. This is my only physical comic book that I'm going to read. The Star Wars TIE Fighters. It goes along with the 3 of the Star Wars books I've already read. The Alphabet Squadron trilogy. And yeah, I'm very excited to read this. I read 1 issue already, and I really enjoyed it. That is it for my June TBR. I don't think it's too ambitious. Maybe the audiobooks might be a bit ambitious, but hold on, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Comics are a little bit easier. I don't expect to read all of them because there's a lot in the Star Wars and the Captain Marvel one. I just want to read them. It's a little ambitious, I will say. We'll see about the Iliad and the Odyssey by Homer by the end of it, but definitely the 3 books, I'll try to read those this month, and at least get through part of the way through the Iliad and the Odyssey. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, click subscribe, give it a like, all that fun stuff. Hopefully I'll have some sort of National Predators post-season review later on this month. Hopefully in the coming days, but we'll see. New podcast drops next Monday, sorry. And I'm going to try to get 2 booktube videos out a month. First and last Tuesday of every month. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, if you liked this video, like I said, subscribe. If you really liked it, share it, and give it a like. And yeah, I hope to see you back here.